8:06 on Hudson Valley Focus Live. Well, I peeked my head outside. Didn't see any snowflakes coming down yet, but I guess it is on the way. Let me welcome to Hudson Valley Focus Live for the first time, Erin Clancy. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing very well. And what I'd like you to do, Erin, your first time here on Hudson Valley Focus Live, is we're going to talk about some veterans events that you are involved in. And what I'd like you to do is give the couple of minute bio background on yourself and how you came to be involved in the actions that you're talking about today.
All right, great, thanks. My name is Erin Clancy. I'm a Dutchess County Veterans Chaplain, and basically what that means is every veteran, every service member at one time when they were active duty had access to a chaplain from boot camp all the way on through their military service. When they get out of the military, if they don't have a pastor or someone for emotional and spiritual care, they really don't have that benefit of having a chaplain. So that is really the role I fulfill for them in Dutchess County. There's 18,000 veterans living in Dutchess County, and I really am there to help them with their emotional and spiritual care, no matter what denomination they are, or even if they're not a denomination. I'm really there just to support them, help them with get them connected with services, and just kind of be an advocate for them in Dutchess County.
So, Erin, what about your background in the military and in service?
Yes, so I was a Navy corpsman, which is a kind of like a medic for the Navy, and I'm a resident of Dutchess County and went through Albany and then went into the military. And then while I was in the Navy, it was during the Iraq time, so I went to be a combat medic for the Marine Corps, which is Fleet Marine Force, corpsman. So I was basically a combat medic for the Marine Corps. And I got out, stayed where I was for a while, and then came back to New York in 2001 in May, and stayed here for the rest of my time.
Indeed. And so the actions that you're involved in now, a couple of things. How did you get yourself established where you currently are is part one of this. And then how do individuals find you to gain access to the kinds of counseling services that you offer, please?
Okay, so as far as being a chaplain, I first became a chaplain through the Dutchess County American Legion, and that kind of opened my eyes to see that there really wasn't this benefit, not only to my American Legion members in Dutchess County, but the whole military community. I saw that really there wasn't a chaplain for them either. So I kind of transitioned from that, been the Dutchess County American Legion's Veterans Chaplain for 2 years. But this new kind of role started less than a year now to kind of branch this out to everyone. So I kind of am independent because I really want to work with all agencies and just be able to help them and be an advocate and a resource to the veterans, to all of the agencies. So I work independently. I'm not affiliated with any one group. However, I work very closely with them, and it's not I don't necessarily provide counseling. I just pretty much do a peer-to-peer kind of a friend advocate type thing. Anyone can call me. I work with veterans in crisis, from the homeless shelter to a transition house to nursing homes, really anybody who has veterans, families, or anything. And I just would like to mention, if I can, some of the organizations that I work with. Yes. And then we can go from there. So top priority really is that every veteran should register with the Dutchess County Veteran Affairs Office. Yes. Because they are actually the ones who are a VSO, which is a Veteran Service Officer, and they are the ones. So really I'm out there in the trenches telling these veterans, hey, did you do this? Because there's so many benefits to that. There's a Dutchess County Favor Card, which is over 400 businesses in Dutchess County willing to give veterans a discount. There's the Dutchess County Department of Motor Vehicle, which gives them a free veteran's driver's license, which is a $18.50 value. It says veteran right on the license, so it'll give them a brand new enhanced license at no charge. And then there's just registering for benefits. And so there's so many more things. So that's really the top one. And then the other ones are just some non-for-profit businesses and associations and organizations in Dutchess County. The Hudson Valley Veterans Alliance, they call me, I call them. We help each other. Right. There's Vet to Vet, which is a brand new peer-to-peer program for transitioning veterans that come back from the war. That's through Mental Health America of Dutchess County. And then NAMB has a new program called Homefront, which I've taken. It's a 6-week course, 1 day a week for a couple hours a day, and they just basically talk to families of veterans and also veterans just who just are trying to maintain a better lifestyle and to kind of transition into the community, and also how families can work with veterans. And then lastly, the Dutchess Community College has an awesome veteran center. There's over 100 veterans that go to Dutchess Community College, and that's just I'm really happy and grateful that Dutchess County is recognizing veterans and that all these resources are available. Somebody just asked me, I wonder what other counties do, and I said to them, it's kind of a rare thing. We're very lucky that we have a full-time staff at the Dutchess County Veterans Affairs Office, right, and that we have people like that are recognizing that we have 18,000 veterans and are helping them. But there's other counties in New York that really don't. We have a great executive manager, Mark Molinaro, who recognizes veterans, and he's just a great advocate. So I'm looking forward to things that are happening. The United Way has recognized veterans now. We had a really good group at Dutchess Community College last month, and it just looks like we're moving forward, and the veterans are recognizing it, and I'm looking forward to it.
And Erin Clancy, let me ask you a question now. When you are out in the community and you come in contact with these veterans, how aware are they, for the most part, about the scope of services, some of which you've just outlined?
Well, that's what I want to do. There's really 3 basic questions I quickly ask them. Are they registered? Are they aware of these services? And are they connected into the VA healthcare system? So it's kind of a yes or a no, and if it's a no, then I help them. If it's a yes, and that's great, and then I get all their information, I update them, and I say, I'm here for you. I'm your emotional and spiritual care. I also have the Dutchess County database. There's 239 listed faith-based organizations, groups, churches, whatever you want to call, and by denomination. So I basically group them down by town. There's 20 towns and 2 cities in Dutchess County, and basically, I find the veteran where they are. I hear what they want, I hear what they need, and then I connect them to services, and I'm just there. I give them my card, and I say, hey, and then I do a vet check on them. When I get their information, I find out their date of birth, and they get 3 cards a year from me. They get a birthday card, they get a holiday card, and they get a Veterans Day card. And I think sometimes if they're maybe alone and they don't have a family or something, I'm really hoping that that's going to be just something positive for them, especially the ones that I visit in the nursing homes.
Indeed. And Erin Clancy, Souls for Souls Shoe Outreach. Explain that, if you will, please.
Yes, sir. So that just started. We just kicked that off Sunday, and I'm happy to say that we already have 3 spoken for, which is an awesome thing. Just some of the veterans I ran into over the summer and things like that, they're just basically walking the streets. And being a combat medic, I understand that feet and shoes and foot care and everything is really essential. And so these guys are just walking the streets. They have holes in their shoes. I mean, their feet and their socks are literally just coming out, and they have duct tape wrapped around them. So I'm just thinking, how can I get them a quality shoe that if they're walking or whatever they're doing, let's take care of that first, from the feet up. So I went to the local hiking store because I thought, all right, well, that's going to be really where I can get a quality shoe. I worked with the manager, Bill, at the Eastern Mountain Sports in Poughkeepsie, And I told him about what I wanted to do, and he said, yeah, absolutely, I'm on board with you. This is the shoe I would recommend. Get a couple of quality socks, and, I could have you out the door like around $150. I would apply all the discounts that I can. I said, all right, let me put it to the community and let me see what we can do. So I have about 20 veterans that are either homeless or in transition stage, and those are the ones I really want to focus on from the most critical on. So right now, with the 3 that were just spoken for in 24 hours, I already can go and get those 3 ones that are in the most need. And then the second part of that is I just kind of learned this from watching some of the activity on the Appalachian Trail, which we're really lucky to have 30 miles of the Appalachian Trail coming through Dutchess County. They do a warrior hike every year from Georgia to Maine, and these are transitioning war veterans who have had some struggles with coming back from the war and just kind of want to decompress and just get out and kind of put it beyond them and kind of grow from that. So I got encouraged from that, and I thought what a great opportunity we could have for veterans in Dutchess County here to be able to get out onto the trail, maybe for a guided day hike, and just to get them out with nature and just kind of help them, and not necessarily ones that are just transitioning, although that would be great, but even just regular veterans who might not have had an opportunity. So that's the second part of the Souls for Soul program, to get some veterans some hiking shoes and everything like that and get them ready. So in the spring, when we launch that and we do some guided hikes on the Appalachian Trail out in eastern Dutchess, that we can get them out there too.
Erin Clancy, lastly, obviously, to make all these things happen, you need some financial support, or people need to get hooked up with the services that you offer. What's the best way for folks to contact you, either for services or to offer support?
Yeah, that would be great, and I appreciate that. I do work on a full support basis Monday through Friday. That's kind of like my job. People say, well, how do you get money? And I say, well, I get money from the community and people who recognize what I do, and they see the importance of that. So I do work with a non-for-profit through my missionary agency, the North American Mission Board, and if they need a tax deduction for any kind of resource, they can put through the website, and they would get an automatic receipt for a tax deduction through that. It's a 501c3. If they don't, they can either buy a gift card. Basically, link to my Facebook is really the best way. It's facebook.com/Chaplain Erin Clancy, ERIN Clancy. And that's really the best way to get a hold of me. Message me, even through you maybe. They could, if they want to get my information. But I'm out there. I'm helping veterans. If they just put in Dutchess County Veterans Chaplain on Facebook, they'll find me, and anything's appreciated, and everything goes towards the veterans 100%. I'm a veteran, and those are my veterans, and I care about them, and I appreciate what anyone can help us with.
Indeed. Well, Erin Clancy, I want to thank you, obviously for the work that you're doing and for contacting me here on Hudson Valley Focus Live. Let's make sure we keep in contact going forward. And as you said, when we come into the springtime, hiking the Appalachian Trail will be one of the other activities for people to be involved in. So that's we'll have some periodic updates from you as to how the progress of your mission is going.
Yes, sir, Tom. Thank you. Have a great day.
Indeed. That was Chaplain Erin Clancy. And as he said, you could find him on Facebook.com, Chaplain Erin Clancy, ERIN. Let's get a quick break in at 8:20 on Hudson Valley Focus Live. Back in a minute. I think what I'm going to do is I think I've got some time. I'm going to see if I can finish off the I-Pencil essay here on News Radio 1450, 1370, and 98.5 FM WKIP.